Welcome back to another episode of Motogp Mac, and today we're going to talk about Pecco Undecided still being undecided on if he is going to use the number one plate for 2023 or not. Now, when he was recently asked, he still said that he was still undecided because there's a number of factors that he likes to think about. He did say, though, that he is fascinated and always has been fascinated with the number one plate. And you know, one of the immediate things that does come to his mind, though, when he runs a number one plate is that the number one plate immediately puts pressure on the rider every time that they go out on track, rather than having their original number that they normally would have, and it would be like a normal day in the office. And I suppose at a level I can understand that, you know, from that point of view. Now, look, he's not the first rider to struggle with the decision. You know, there's been very few riders actually since the mid 2000s that have actually ran number one. I think Nicky Hayden, I think Jorge Lorenzo the first time he won the Motogp championship, and Casey Stoner are the ones that stick out to me. Marquez, Rossi and Mir never actually ran it. Neither did Quartararo. He ran his normal number. So for me, I think, you know, I understand why people do it. And look, there is a number of reasons. Some people believe that running number one brings you bad luck. You know, Top Rack actually expressed this during the year, said that he was never going to run number one again. Some riders feel that, you know, changing the number is like changing their identity. And I suppose I can guess that. But the other side of that, I would think, you know, the amount of times that the riders nowadays change their helmets, you know, that kind of changes their identity. And now, I am old school, but like if you go back years ago, a rider's helmet would very, very rarely change. And if it would change, it would be just for one race, or they would get a new helmet or new helmet design at the start of every season, but it would still stay consistent. So I'm not sure on it, if I'm very honest. You know, I think it is probably one of the best sights to see the number one plate out on the track. And, you know, all of their lives, these guys that have been coming up into MotoGP, they've dreamed about being a world champion. And I think, you know, not wearing the number one for me is just takes a little bit away from it, I suppose. They do wear the number one on their leathers in some sort of logo, or they just wear the number one. So, you know, if they're putting it on their leathers, you know, why can't you put it on your bike, I suppose? But I would definitely love to know your thoughts. Should the world champion wear the number one plate for the following season to defend their world championship? Definitely leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video.